Back page of the Sun, a lot of build-up, as you know, to the Europa League final. We can win big. Amarine United need glory in Bilbao. Devils will trigger 62.5 million Matheus Cunha clause, and Beckham urges board to back Ruben Amorim. That's just some of the headlines. Back page of the Sun, Martin Blackburn saying Ruben Amorim told his Manchester United players that simply reaching the Europa final means nothing. He's closing in on 62.5 million swoop for Wolves forward Matheus Cunha.
Saw that.
And Beckham is apparently urging the board to back their boss, which looks like will be the case. Just to bring you the details that broke yesterday, Cunha is the first signing of the summer, a step closer to the first signing of the summer for Manchester United. He's 26, believed to have finalised personal terms for a move to United.
He had a clause in his contract, didn't he?
62.5 million.
Well, he stayed there, didn't he? You know, to help him out during the second part of the season when really he could have left.
Yeah.
But what interested me about Matheus Cunha was that he has already said he wants to challenge for major honours. Right. And I'm not being facetious, but does he think that Manchester United are anywhere near challenging for major honours?
He must think that they're going to be in the Champions League next
season. Here we go. I would suggest tomorrow night is probably a major honour, if I could throw the cat amongst the pigeons with that one. But I hear what you're saying. It's Champions League football they want, and of course it is.
You know, I mean, they want to do well domestically.
Of course they do.
You know?
Yeah.
Ipswich's Liam Delap, 22, is also on United's radar. Chelsea are confident of signing the striker.
Who, Delap?
Yeah.
He's going to Man United.
Who can leave for Portman Road?
Yeah, no, but they've had talks with Liam Delap. I think
Chelsea,
about personal terms.
I know Chelsea have been sniffing about as well.
Well, if you're Liam Delap, where would you choose to go?
Good question, like.
Well, that's a good question. I don't think it's as straightforward. You've obviously got Manchester United in your head.
Not necessarily, because they're both graveyards for centre forwards, aren't they?
It's very, very true. And I'm thinking Manchester United's a rebuild. Chelsea, I would suggest, are massively further ahead in their rebuild. Younger team, Palmer, all the boys there, young. It'd be an interesting decision he's got there if Chelsea were involved.
What do you think?
I think he'll go to United, but because I think you can see, especially if they're signing Cunha at the same time, you know, I think he can see the master plan, if you like, beginning to take shape. And look, Manchester United, I know it's a cliche, but, you know, one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club in the world.
I get it. You know, the conversation we're having with Darwin Núñez, we're probably just going to have the same one with Rasmus Højlund, because
it's a shame, isn't it?
It's just, you keep thinking, there's a player in there somewhere, but you think it's got to come out, it's got to start coming out, it's got to see progress, and we're not seeing it. No. Same with the big fella at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Also inside the Sun today, the best at bar Messi. Kev passes guard test as one of the greats. Martin Blackburn saying City have planned a special tribute to Kevin De Bruyne following the final home game. The match of the season at the Etihad will take place tonight against Bournemouth. He's expected to get a guard of honour and the backroom staff before a lap of appreciation. It's also expected to get a statue built. But when you look at De Bruyne now leaving Manchester City, what's happened to them this season? Do you think it would be worth hanging on to him now in the end?
No. Decisions made. Need to move on. Need to get fresh players, fresh talent in. Yeah, listen, he'll still do somebody a turn. But if you're looking to the future, which they clearly have to be now, and I think it's time to say goodbye. And you're absolutely right, deserves his statue and he deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as the greats.
Yeah.
But I think
he's been a decade. He has been
fabulous.
Wonderful. It's been different to anybody else as well.
Correct.
Do you think anybody else in the Premier League would take a chance on him if he wanted to stay?
I'm not sure any other club would get the best out of him like City did, you know what I mean? I just think I'm thinking about other teams kind of mid-table and things like that. I'm not sure I see him fitting into, you know, I don't see him fitting into a Palace or anything like that kind of. But no, in answer to the question, if I was him, I'd disappear and go and enjoy the last couple of years somewhere, wherever it might be. I know there's talk of America. Yeah. Could he do it? Yeah, he could, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he'd want to either.
He's talking, saying he wants to stay in a competitive league.
Yeah.
So whether he
that's a good point.
states that maybe he's just saying, no, I'm not going to Saudi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. Ian Whittle also saying in the Times, by the way, we mentioned this yesterday, Jeff, Grealish's future at City is not my decision, says Pep. Pep Guardiola has revealed that Jack Grealish's future will be decided this summer in talks involving the two Manchester City sporting directors and the players' representatives. After making an important contribution to City's treble-winning campaign in 2022-23. Obviously what happened in the FA Cup final
there from Pep?
doesn't look good. He doesn't get involved with the player negotiations.
Nonsense.
Yeah, Guardiola's not addressed the subject.
He's already got involved. He had his say at the FA Cup final when he decided not to put him on.
That's what I mean.
Speaks
There's
volumes.
your sign there.
Speaks volumes. Yeah. Absolutely. Shebahn, thank you very much.
Thanks, Shebahn.
That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.